So today is February 7th. Yeah, February 7th, 2023. We are so far ahead of where we were last year. And, so I'm trying not to let the things that I'm being slow with upset me, since I know how far ahead of last year we are, and I'm just imagining where we're going to be next year. Greg and Carla from Gracious Farms, they are such a blessed couple. They teach us a lot of things we never would know unless we paid the price the hard way. It's one of the things in my life I really try to find people who can teach me things from that, the lessons they learn, so I don't have to make the same mistakes. Now, they started their seeds weeks ago. Their seeds are already growing. But you know what? It's okay, because it's February. Our seeds will be ready to go in the ground before April. February, March, yeah, we'll definitely be ready before April. And we don't have to redo all those flower beds we did last year. We just have to add some fresh compost and stir it all up. So I know we're light years ahead of where we were last year. So I talked to them. They have a greenhouse and they have a room downstairs where they can grow seeds. We're going to use our guest room. We're going to put a tarp over the bed. We're going to put a piece of plywood down. And Greg was showing me the light that he ordered. So I ordered this. This is a grow light. I learned that when you grow baby seeds, if they don't get enough light, what happens is you get these tall, lanky seeds that the little seedlings, they fall over. So this is our new light. This is going to be our first grow light. I'm sure we're going to have more grow lights. We're going to build racks to grow our seeds. But this is officially the first DeMaria Farms, because I'm speaking that into existence. You got to speak it. You got to write it down. You got to put it on the wall. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's a time and a season for everything. It says that in Ecclesiastes. So we are going to use this grow light. It's our first one. And we're going to get our seeds started. I probably get a couple of good trays under this one. I have a seed at work, but this one, apparently this has built-in technology. So if it overheats and the seeds are getting too heat, if the seeds are getting too hot, it will shut itself down and cool off. Very excited. I'm not excited about the fact that somehow I have to put hooks in the ceiling, and I'm still not really thrilled about going on a ladder. So I'm going to rake somebody in to help me with a ladder. And we're going to get some hooks in the ceiling. And it comes with hooks. Now, that's all right. They put hooks right in the bag. So these are molly hooks or something. I guess you just pound these yellow things into the ceiling. I don't know. I think we're going to put some hooks into the beams. If we put some hooks into the beams, I don't have to worry about this thing coming down and breaking our little baby plants. Well, this is the first part of our video. I'm going to take you through the process of starting our little seedlings. We have a table set up in our extra living room. This is an apartment we're not renting out right now. So this table is going to be filled with trays and dirt. And we're going to start our little seeds. You're going to see us in the next room, in the next video. We're going to have this light and another light I have at my job, and we're going to suspend them. And that's it. It's the first part. I'm excited. Welcome to our guest room. We are going to turn this guest room into a grow table. We're going to hang the light. I don't know how I'm doing it yet, but I wanted you to see the before, so when you see the after, you got an idea of what we did. So we're going to somehow transform our guest room into our grow room until we do have a greenhouse. For now, that's the guest room closet. I guess that's where I'll put all the pillows up in there. And then somehow I'm going to suspend the light from this and then move this bed underneath it. Anyway, that's the plan tentatively. We'll see what happens. Okay. I cracked myself up. Okay. Tarp over the bed so we don't wet the bedding. Light is suspended. Took the globe off. All I have to do now is put a power cord on here. Run it up. Doesn't really exactly hang level. Not sure. I'll make some kind of an adjustment. But the point is, we're well on our way to having a grow table for this year. 2023 starting. All right, I suspect that this is just, a small time version of what the big time nurseries do. I mean, we have these covers
The covers cover the trays to keep the moisture in. I've got these bottom trays. And these right here, these inserts, we have these big square ones. Our friends over at Gracious Farms, I noticed that she uses these a lot. And then she separates them after they start to grow. And then I went ahead and I got these little ones because last year I used those little K-cups thinking I was so smart, you know, rip out the liner and dump the coffee grounds out. The problem is that the roots were sticking to the little bit of mesh that was still inside the K-cups. So getting the plants out was a nightmare. So hopefully, this right here is this is what we got to start off this season. I definitely know we're not using all of it, but we have. We got at least 5 lids. I don't know if we'll use all of them. And we'll have this directly under the grow light. And in a few minutes, we'll show you some seeds and some dirt. All right. I bought 5 lids. So out of these 5 lids, I'm only going to be able to, I guess, get 5 trays of seeds under that light and cover them up with the domes to keep the moisture in. So I went with 2 trays of these little ones, 2 trays of the medium ones, and 1 tray of the big ones. And now I got to go get the seeds out and figure out what we're going to start our first crop with. We'll be back. So the big challenge today is going to be try to figure out what we start our first crop with. You know, we've been seed saving every year for about 15 years, but it's getting to the point where, you know, we started buying some of these seed kits because they had seeds. We see if we like them. You know, when you buy them like this, there's not a lot of seeds in a package. I don't know if you can see it. There's only a few seeds in each package because the goal is you start the plants and then you take the most successful plants and the best fruit and then you seed save from it. This way next year you have another batch of even better seeds, and then the year after, and the year after, and eventually you'll have the best of the best of the best. Seeds, plants, fruit, the whole 9 yards. So we have so many seeds to choose from this year. So let me get back to what I was doing. I just wanted to share this with you a little bit. Okay, so we have started the process. I needed to get some tiny fingers. So Caitlin has taken some seeds from an indeterminate grape tomato we have been growing for about 8 years now. We saved a few seeds the first year, more seeds the second year. Last year, we only had 2 actual seeds that germinated. So I seed saved hard off this plant last year. So this year, we're going to do 3 6-packs. Out of 3 6-packs, I'm praying we can get at least maybe 10 plants growing. This plant grows non-stop, the sweetest, most delicious candy flavor, little tiny red tomatoes. What should we call them? The Di Maria Special? That's okay. Go ahead. It's okay. Keep going. And we're well on our way. We're done planting all of our tomato seeds. We're working on pepper seeds now. Little tiny fingers are working perfectly with these little holes. And right there we have the orange bell, pimentos, and big red bell. The next tray is going to have datil peppers, yellow peppers from last year, and some peppers I got from Ukraine. I can't wait to see how these are. Nice organic, non-GMO, and these seeds are from 2016. So hopefully we'll get some of them to grow. From guest room to temporary grow room, well, this is the finished product. We're very excited. I'm really excited. I'm going to bring another light home from work. I'm going to run the little plug from here, read the instructions on how to adjust the time. I'll run a wire from the top of that cabinet, string it over there. That's it. We're ready to go. And next is we wait for the little seedlings to pop up. I mean, how awesome is this? I'm so excited. Okay, another tip from Rudy. I sowed the seeds Sunday afternoon. We finished up right before the Super Bowl started. I didn't water them because we were going to go watch the game. I didn't water them until Monday afternoon. So from Monday afternoon till Friday, I just came home from Lowe's with the extension cord to plug in the light. And guess what? In 4 days, they sprouted anyway. I was trying not to get them lanky, but we got them lanky anyway. So the light's on. Hopefully the lights, I have the fan running. So maybe with the breeze and the lights on, these guys will get nice and strong. I don't have to worry about the babies falling over in the tray. My whole goal was to not have lanky seedlings. That's why I got this light. Now I have some lanky seedlings, so I'm not going to pull them out. I might start another tray just in case these things don't, get strong enough. I have the little plastic lid off, so hopefully with the fan going, they'll get nice and strong. On closer examination, look at that. Basil's popping like crazy. Yeah, that's a regular green basil. There's the purple basil, and they're popping already. 4 days. These peppers don't show any signs yet. They take the longest, I think. Well, I came outside today to just evaluate the condition of the flower beds to see if we need to add some dirt. And I was thinking maybe we could take a bunch of dirt off the top, stuff a bunch of leaves underneath because we have plenty of leaves. As you can see, we've been pretty steady working on our compost. Anyway, I look over at the asparagus beds. Now, our friends at Gracious Farms, they told me that you're supposed to harvest them in the beginning of the year. If you let them grow up and go to seed, then you have to wait till the following year. That we need to harvest them a couple of times in the beginning. So I realized when I looked over there today, harvest time. So this is February 26, 2023. And this is going to be the first time we can actually sit down and eat asparagus. This one bed, we started it 7 years ago. And every year we were supposed to have asparagus. They kept growing these big seedling things, so I didn't really understand. Now that I have an understanding, we have asparagus. I'm all excited. February 27th, 15 days now. It's been 15 days since we planted these seeds, and I guess 14 days since we started watering them. Most of our tomatoes are doing fabulous. All of the seeds that we seed save, they're coming up and they're doing spectacular. All of our peppers are doing great. There's one kind of pepper has not really sprouted yet. I might plant a few more. Maybe there was something wrong with that batch of seeds that we bought. And there was 2 kinds of tomatoes I tried from a new company, and we only got one of each that sprouted. Black Boar and Blue Beauty. I wanted to try some new tomatoes. So if those 2 plants do well this year, I will seed save like crazy. And then next year I'll be able to plant plenty of them. But as you can see, 15 days later, and we are well on our way to having our plants. And yesterday I worked out in the backyard on a couple of our asparagus beds because we went to check on our compost to see if we had a lot of room to get a bunch more leaves. And I looked at the asparagus and I couldn't believe it. They were all over the place. They were shooting up like crazy. So we trimmed our asparagus. We ate them last night. So I'm going to have to make a little note. As soon as the weather starts cracking, asparagus are popping. Okay, note to self. I spent all day yesterday in the yard working on these new tables for growing out some plants. And I guess I didn't fish till 9 o'clock last night. I should have came in here and I should have watered my little baby plants. It looks like some of them started to lean over a little bit. Now I just watered them. They'll probably pick right back up. But never skip a day checking your baby plants to see if they have enough water or if there's something else wrong. So I just spun the trays around so they'll get plenty of light. And I just watered them. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get this video rolling. I'm going to try to get it online today. But remember, 1 pot, 1 plant, 1 patio. You are never too old. You are never too sick. You are never too out of shape. Don't let anybody tell you different. Just start with 1 plant. And when it gets growing, you'll be more encouraged to start a second one. And a third one. And right now, I was in the yard all day yesterday. Now, my buddy Anthony did a lot of physical labor, but my butt was whooped. My butt was whooped. Please share my videos and like it and subscribe. I want to get this out there because I know there's got to be other people in this world who are struggling and they just don't have a lot of hope. This might give them some hope. Till next time.